Greetings, welcome to Facts About Everything. I'm your host, James Egan. I was intending to do different videos about Mario, like Mario Bros. 2, Mario Bros. 3, Mario World, Mario 64, and so on, but there's so many, it's going to take like 20 videos. So I just decided to do a mix of all of them. However, I won't be talking about Super Mario Brothers or the Mario Kart series, because I already did a video about both of those. So you can check them out now on my video game playlist, but I'll leave links at the end of this video if you want to check them out afterwards. So I'll start off with Super Mario Bros. 2. Did you know Super Mario Bros. 2 is actually just a reskinned version of another game called Doki Doki Panic? Of course you do, everybody knows that. It's the most famous video game fact, like, ever. So why am I telling you things you already know? Most people believe this. The sequel to Super Mario Bros. Was too difficult, so it wasn't released outside of Japan. Nintendo panicked because they had a deadline to release Super Mario Bros. 2 worldwide. So they took the Japanese game, Doki Doki Panic, and swapped the 4 characters in it for Mario-themed characters. However, Shigeru Miyamoto, who created Mario, denies this is the reason why. It wasn't because it was too hard, it was because it was too similar. Nintendo believed that the Atari 2600 failed as a console because its games were too similar. Nintendo wanted Super Mario Bros. 2 to be completely different from the first game. Since Super Mario Bros. Popularized moving the character horizontally, Nintendo decided to focus on moving vertically in the sequel. I mean, the game's not great, but at least it's different. And that is the first of 100 facts about Super Mario. Let's dive in. The Japanese version of Super Mario Bros. 2 was eventually released worldwide on the Super Nintendo in Super Mario Bros. All-Star. It is known as Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. At the end of Super Mario Bros. 2, the cast of characters is revealed. Due to a mix-up, Ostro and Birdo had their names mixed up. Hoopster is misspelled as Hoopstar. Claw Grip is spelled as Clawglip. None of these mistakes were fixed for Super Mario Bros. All-Stars. That would have taken like 5 minutes. The final boss is Wart. He appears in the game Link's Awakening. In that game, his name is Mamu Mamu. This is also his name in Doki Doki Panic. How come Wart's never come back? How come most of the characters in this have never come back? Like, put them in Mario Tennis at least. Super Mario Bros. 3, which came out in 1988, introduced Bowser's Koopalings, Iggy, Lenny, Lemmy, Morton, Wendy, Roy, and Ludwig. Contrary to popular belief, the Koopalings are not Bowser's children. The Koopalings are all based on celebrities, mainly musicians. Iggy Pop, Lemmy Kilmister, Roy Orbison, Wendy O'Williams, Morton Downey Jr., Larry King, and Ludwig von Beethoven. Although Mario usually has blue overalls over a red top, in this game he wears black overalls over a red top. For the TV show Super Mario Bros. Super Show, the Koopalings have different names. Roy is called Bully, Morton is Big Mouth, Ludwig is Kooky, Larry is Cheatsy, Iggy is Hip, Lemmy is Hop, and Wendy is Cootie Pie. After the Chain Chomp yanks its chain 49 times, it will break the chain and attack you. A Saint-Tor power-up was considered. Most of the worlds were renamed for the SNES remake. The only exception is the first level. It is called Grassland in the NES and SNES version. Desertland becomes Desert Hill, Waterland becomes Seaside, Giantland becomes Big Island, Skyland becomes The Sky, how original, Iceland becomes Iced Land, why even change that one? Pipeland becomes Pipe Maze, and Darkland becomes Castle of Koopa. The Castle Island in World 3 is shaped like Japan. Super Mario World came out in 1990. This game took 29,000 hours to program. To test the Super Nintendo, the developers put Super Mario Bros. 3 on the system's hardware. Over time, they thought it would be a good idea to release Super Mario Bros. 3 with improved graphics on the console. Since the game's graphics are similar to Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario Bros. 2, Nintendo decided to release all the games as Super Mario Bros. All-Stars on the SNES. So there you go. Super Mario Bros. All-Stars was created by accident. Super Mario World concludes on a ghost ship. This ship is the remains of one of the ships Mario destroyed in Super Mario Bros. 3. The boss, Reznor, is named after Trent Reznor from the band 9 Inch Nails. The game introduced Yoshi. It is the only game where Yoshi has orange arms. Weirdly, nobody notices this until someone points it out to you. And there's another weird orange-green color change. This is the only game where Bowser's scales are green, not orange. This was the first game where Mario, Luigi, and Peach have white gloves. In previous games, they were barehanded. All the Koopalings are colored differently in the game from the manual. In the Japanese version, the hardest level is called Even the Mario Staff is Shocked. You can win the game after completing 12 levels. The game's box boasts it has 96 levels. This isn't true. There are 96 exits to all the levels in the game. Nintendo are liars. The world record for completing all 96 exits is 1 hour, 23 minutes, and 24 seconds. I just had a flash memory. I remember I was at my friend's house and he found the 95 exits and he just figured out where the last one is, and I played it for the first time and I didn't know what erase data meant. I blame his sister. He still doesn't know. Yoshi's full name is T. Yoshisaur Munchakoopas. Seriously, that's true. I've seen the birth certificate. Originally, Yoshi was supposed to be a Koopa. His saddle was supposed to be a shell. The Game Boy game Super Mario Land had the titular character had to rescue Daisy instead of Peach. This game was Daisy's debut. The game doesn't take place in the Mushroom Kingdom. Instead, Mario travels to Sarasaland to defeat the evil alien Tatanga. Super Mario Land 2, 6 Golden Coins, came out in 1992. Wario debuted as the main antagonist in this game. He became so popular that he became the lead character in the sequel. Wario used to bully Mario when they were kids. Wario's name is derived from the Japanese word waruri, which means bad. Wario means bad Mario. One-ups in this game were hearts instead of green mushrooms. This is because normal mushrooms look green on the Game Boy, so Nintendo worried that players wouldn't be able to tell the difference between a normal mushroom and a one-up mushroom. In the Pumpkin Zone, there is a Goomba-like character called Jay-Sun, who wears a hockey mask. This is a reference to the killer, Jason Voorhees, who wears a hockey mask in the Friday the 13th horror series. Every child got that reference. Although the game is extremely easy, the final level is one of the hardest levels in Mario history. Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island came out in 1995. Yoshi lays eggs, even though he's male. Although it's considered to be one of the best games on the SNES, it didn't sell well because it came out late in the SNES's life cycle. Originally, the graphics were going to be similar to Donkey Kong Country. The sixth boss, Naval Piranha, is called Audrey in the German version. This is a reference to the man-eating plant Audrey 2 in the play Little Shop of Horrors. If you time it right, you can hit Naval Piranha the instant you walk into a room and defeat the boss in one hit. Now let's move on to the moment you've all been waiting for. Super Mario 64 came out in 1996. Unsurprisingly, it is the most successful game on the Nintendo 64. The N64 controller was designed for this game. When you watch the ending, you can control the camera by using Controller 2. My 5-year-old niece only played this game for the first time recently. She figured out that you can move the controller around every time you collect a star. I didn't know that, and I had this game for 20 years. She figured it out after 5 minutes. The golden rabbit is called MIPS. MIPS stands for Mapped Imaged per Second. This is the type of CPU the N64 uses. MIPS was the very first thing ever created for the N64. The vulture that tries to steal her hat is called Klepto. If you leave Mario idle, he will go to sleep and dream about pasta. Do Italians ever get offended by Mario's absurd racism? Boo's voice is a sped-up version of Bowser's laugh. The plesiosaur in the cavern world is called Dory. There were rumors that Wario was playable in this game. Super Mario Sunshine came out in 2002. A masked man keeps challenging you to a race. This masked man is supposed to be the postman runner in the Zelda games. Each location in Isle Delfino contains an Italian word. Pina means fin in Pinapar. Corna means crown in Corna Mountain. Delfino Plaza, Delfino means dolphin. Bianco Hills means White Hills. Isle Delfino is shaped like a dolphin. This is a reference to the fact that the GameCube's codename was the dolphin. When Mario gets a shine, the world Shine appeared. Originally it said Shine Get. This was obviously changed because grammar Nazis would have a field day. Serena Beach is in the same shape as the GameCube controller. Super Mario Galaxy came out in 2007. As I said in my top 20 best video games, this is my favorite video game of all time. The concept of the game came to be when Mario creator Shigeru Miyamoto said to his team, "Hey, can you make something with spherical worlds?" That's Miyamoto's thing. He walks in, asks one question and leaves, and they gotta make the entire concept based on that. You'll see more of that later in this video. Rosalina is called Rosetta in Japan. The boss, Megaleg, can be defeated by scaling his body and bashing parts of him. This was how the final boss of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time was supposed to be. Super Mario Galaxy 2 came out in 2010. This is the highest rated game on the Wii. The second highest rated game is Super Mario Galaxy. Throwback Galaxy is a reworked version of Whump's Fortress from Super Mario 64. When the producer was asked how Yoshi could possibly survive in space, he pointed out that Yoshi was a space Yoshi. Donkey Kong and Pikmin were meant to make a cameo. At the time, Super Mario Galaxy 2 was the most pirated game ever. Despite this, it was the 15th most successful game on the Wii. There's a planet in Boy-based Galaxy that looks like a Pokeball from Pokemon. Super Mario 3D World came out in 2013. While devising the game, Shigeru Miyamoto met the developers and said, "What is cuteness?" And then he just left. This was his way of saying he wanted every aspect of the game to be cute. And they are. Even Goombas are. Look at them. Yay! Every idea the developers had went into the finished game. This almost never happens with a Nintendo game because some ideas are simply too difficult to program. When the player starts the game, they can play as 4 characters: Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Peach. Mario is an all-rounder, Luigi can jump the highest, Toad can run the fastest, and Peach can hover in the air. If your character consumes a double cherry, it will create a double that will mimic your character. You can eat multiple double cherries to create 4 versions of your character. This feature was created by accident. The giant reptile that you ride in the water levels is called Plessy. His name is a reference to Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster, who many conspiracy theorists believe is an ancient reptile called a plesiosaur. This is the first game where green pipes are replaced with clear ones. This idea occurred when one developer was looking at Mario, going inside the pipe and thought, what does Mario do when he's in there? The answer is looking up Princess Peach's dress. Super Mario Maker came out in 2015. Shigeru Miyamoto wanted to make this game in 2009. The program to make Mario's levels wasn't originally intended to use for players. It was going to be used as a tool to teach new developers how to make Mario levels. This means, again, this game was created by accident. One of the most popular things in this game are auto levels. This is when a level moves Mario through a vast number of obstacles and lets you win without pressing anything. Players like these levels as it gives the impression that they're incredibly skillful even though they didn't push a single button. Ironically, Nintendo created their own auto levels but didn't publish them because they assumed players would find them boring. So they became popular by accident. Stop! Nintendo, do you do anything intentionally? If you beat a castle in the 10 level challenge or the 100 level challenge while wearing a costume, it will change Toad or Peach's dialogue. If you defeat a castle while wearing a Toad costume, Toad will call you Captain. If you defeat a castle while wearing a Bowser costume, Toad will say, Bowser? I thought you'd taken the princess in another castle. If you save the princess while wearing a Bowser costume, Peach will say, oh my, Bowser? Did you save me yourself? Yes, Peach. Bowser saved you. From Bowser. What a romantic. Now let's just look at miscellaneous facts. For New Super Mario Bros. Wii, Nintendo considered giving Mario a chicken power-up to become Chicken Mario. Nintendo considered creating an evil version of Peach in Mario Tennis called Wario Peach, but the idea was rejected. In spite of the fact that there's a game called Dr. Mario, Mario does not have a PhD to practice medicine. This was terribly shocking to me. In some games, Mario performs a V for victory sign when he completes a level. Shigeru Miyamoto doesn't like when Mario does this because he believes it looks too cutesy and childish. The iconic music of Dr. Mario was created by Hirokazu Tanaka. He also composed the Tetris theme song. When I heard that fact, I thought, oh, I gotta listen to that because I've never played Dr. Mario. It's really catchy. Which, of course it is. If it's made by the guy who made Tetris, it's gotta be catchy. Peach's parasol is called Perry. Peach's first title game was Super Princess Peach on the Nintendo DS. Peach has been in more video games than any other female character. Peach usually gets kidnapped when she's picking flowers. Moral of the story? Don't pick flowers. Peach was a nurse in the game Dr. Mario. In the Mario comics, Peach knows Kung Fu. Peach keeps her dress clean with magic. The first game where Luigi was the main character was Mario is Missing. Oh my god, I played that. It was so beyond terrible. Like, nothing can prepare you for how bad that game is. New Super Mario Bros. Was the first 2D Mario platformer in 14 years. New Super Mario Bros. Was the first game where the enemies react to the music. On certain notes, Goombas hop, Cheep Cheeps twirl, and Koopa Troopers jig. WWF wrestler Lou Albano played Mario in the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. Super Mario Bros. Was the first video game to have a film adaptation. Oh great, let's talk about the film adaptation, that'll be fun. Bob Hoskins played Mario in the movie adaptation. When he took the role, he had no idea it was based on a video game. How? My mum knows who Mario is. She thinks James Bond is that movie where they go to the wizard school. Bob Hoskins said that the Super Mario Bros. Movie was the worst thing he has ever done. He got stabbed 4 times and had his fingers broken while shooting the scene. He got so frustrated that he used to get drunk in between scenes. He never learned his lines because the script changed every day. Dustin Hoffman wanted to play Mario in the movie. Arnold Schwarzenegger was supposed to play Koopa in the movie. Yeah, Bowser's called Koopa in this, I don't know why. If the sequel for this film was made, which it wasn't, the plumbers would have battled the evil Wart. Nintendo were so appalled by the Super Mario Bros. Movie that they have never attempted to make another movie based on their characters. Although saying that, I've heard rumors they're trying to make another one, which if they do, there's only one person that can play Mario. Ron Swanson from Parks and Recreation. No, not the actor. The actual character, Ron, just do exactly the same thing. Although Mario is a plumber, he's never performed any plumbing in any of his games. If you type in a specific code in the Japanese version of Super Mario RPG, Toad appears and say, secret code found. Now let's take a look at your status. Wow, nothing's changed at all. What about your experience points? Nope, nothing's changed. There's no point in looking for other codes, and the result will always be the same. I'll play with you as many times as you like though. Secret code end. Mario Party 8 had to be pulled because the character Kamek says the word spastic. Nintendo didn't realize this was a derogatory term in Europe. And finally, I had to finish up by talking about the one that started it all. No, not that one. Super Mario Brothers. Super Mario Brothers is by far the most successful Mario game. There's nothing even close that can compete with it. It sold 40.23 million copies. The second most successful Mario game is New Super Mario Bros., but it only sold 30 million. That's right, it beat it by 10 million. If you get the last 5 Mario games, Super Mario Maker, Super Mario 3D World, New Super Mario Bros. U, New Super Mario Bros. 2, and Super Mario 3D Land, combined, Super Mario Bros. Still sold more copies. Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe. If there's some facts I missed, don't worry, I completely intend to do another 100 facts about Mario in the future. But do let me know if there's any facts you want me to include. Be sure to subscribe to Facts About Everything. Follow me on Twitter for updates on upcoming videos. Check out my Facebook page to let me know what subjects you want me to talk about in the future. Thanks for watching, see you again.